Hey everyone, welcome back to Unsealed and Revealed. It's the web series from Sideshow, in which me and two of my geekiest of besties will unbox a brand new figure in the 6 scale universe, or in this case, 3. It's going to be a big day, everyone, so we're glad you were able to join us. For those of you who might be joining us for the first time, welcome to the show. We're excited to have you here. We hope to see you back after the show ends for the next one and the next and the next and the next. Give us a shout out, and we'll be sure to make sure that you get your name dropped in the chats. And without further ado, I'm going to introduce you all to my aforementioned besties. There's Guy Klender out there, as well as Paul Hernandez. How's it going today, gentlemen?
Good, sir. Very, very good.
Yeah, cool, awesome.
Doing well out on this side of the Nile. I've been planning that joke, right? And I was like, is it going to work? Technically, we're all on one side of the Nile,
That's
right?
very true.
So I'm happy on this side of the Nile. Hey, everyone. Welcome in Unsealed and Revealed. We're very excited. This is the easiest I've ever had to say this, but we're just on YouTube now, as we've mentioned and as we promised. From now until the foreseeable future, not only Unsealed and Revealed, but all of Sideshow's shows will be on YouTube exclusively. So,
That's exciting.
Yeah, we are very excited. We signed an exclusive contract and deal with ourselves to be on YouTube only. We're very excited.
You were just breaking out the jokes today, dude. That's fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm so glad that I didn't do the Nile joke. I'm glad that I could give that to you. Actually, I never even considered doing the whole Nile thing, but job well done. This is obviously going to be in the spirit of Moon Knight. Have you been watching this show? Yeah. I haven't seen today's episode, so this is a spoiler-free zone for everybody. So don't panic thinking that we're going to talk about today's episode, or actually probably any of the episodes.
Yeah.
Is it tomorrow? It is tomorrow. My God, what day is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I have had too much coffee. I don't know.
Well, Terry, I
think thank you for that.
Right now, perhaps you are in denial.
Oh,
boo!
I'm calling it right now. That is going to be the dad joke of the show. That's it. No one's going to top that.
No more, folks. We're done for the day. We are done with that. We are only going to show you toys and pose figures. No more dad jokes.
Job well done, dude. Job well done. I'm so proud of you right now. Just to let everybody know, there is going to be a Gleam Talk contest today. Is that right, Paul?
There is going to be a Gleam contest.
Yes.
We will be giving away one of these figures. We're going to have to just hang out and tune in, and we'll give you all the information you need for that in a bit. We've got actually quite a bit to talk about today, Mr. Smith.
We should probably dive into it. Am I right?
We should probably get into it. Yeah. Do you want to kick us off? I'm here to volleyball the information back to you,
Mr. Klender. I hand the ball over to you.
All right. Well, these are by TBLeague. These are amazing. They're completely different style that we've seen in 6-scale figures, and it's exciting to do so many. First up, let's take a look at the way in which the package is done. Now, the front of the package does not feature a photo of our figure or anything like that on the side. We do have their weaponry. The photo of the figure is actually on the back there. Now, next thing about this packaging that's very nice is that the entire front comes off and it's magnetic, okay? It's got 2 magnetic sides, so it's almost a wraparound cover. You see those there? Nice, thick and sturdy front cover. This is a pretty darn important thing, and I know that Terry and myself sometimes will joke about not following instructions, but this is pretty darn important. This is going to tell you a little bit about care and maintenance. One thing I think is great that's in here is also going to be the diagram. Now, because this is a completely seamless body, knowing exactly where the points of articulation are can sometimes be a bit concerning, and you don't have to worry with that here. And also, throughout on both sides, it's going to show you those points of articulation and their range of motion. So even though we're going to do some of that over here, you're also given that in there as well. Now, foam all over the place, keeping this incredibly protected. All right, you saw me take that top one off. When you get the figure, here is how it's going to be set up.
It's more foam than an Egyptian cappuccino, guy.
Exactly. Like I said, very, very protected bits of foam there. The figure doesn't have the head on there. You have two options for that. All of his weaponry and accoutrement is there. I'm going to remove those now for a second. I'm going to take the body out because there's also an underlayer. All right. The detail on here is so impressive and so neat. It's a very different thing when you get into the seamless bodies and not being able to see the joints like that. It's just such a clean look on there. So removing that, then you're going to have a tray under that. Again, as I said, foam. One of the most protected figures you're going to have. So that lower one is going to have his cape, weaponry, additional hands, and the like. So I'm going to take these out here, and then the next thing we're going to go over, actually, while we have everything removed from the figure, we're going to go over the articulation points first. All right, and show off all of that. Now, Terry, you and I have done a TBLeague figure before. That is the female figures. This is our first of the male body here on this, and it is set up.
I'm kind of excited about that.
Yeah, it is set up the same way. You know, when you and I used to go to the gym a lot, I remember your arm looking a lot like that.
Did it ever?
Yeah,
wow.
boom. Yeah.
It's hard to remember back
For
that
those
far.
of you who may not know, if you watch early episodes of How to Be a Poser, you can really see Terry's triceps in those earlier episodes. Some incredible work. Okay.
I missed those.
I'm going to remove that top piece so we can get down to really the base body here. Okay. Now, this is the one called the silver. There are, with pretty much each of these figures in this line, there are different color schematics of them. I think each are really neat and each have their own unique quality. Look at the bright colors there, and you get that grayish charcoal type to the skin tone on this, and that
it's really dark.
allows the color to pop when it's things like down here on the ankles and such. Now, yes, I had a little underlight there. Now, that's already going to come.
Details.
Yep, it's already going to come
so
on there with
ornate,
that cloth
isn't it?
underneath. Okay, so that's not something you're going to have to worry about and put on. On that, we're going to be doing some of the other pieces on there in just a little bit. But we wanted to show off that. Look at the paint job in the metal here on this chest plate. Really cool. Really cool. And then
it really is, dude. It's I cannot believe the detail that we're seeing here. This is first rate.
Hand done on there. Now, that's actually an articulation point we're doing already to show off the design of wardrobe, but also you're now getting to see a little bit of the way the figure is. This is going to be a little different when we go through kind of our articulation points and design, because the way in which it's done is something. Wow, look at that. This guy he definitely does not skip like chest and back day. Not at all. But you can see when you have those arms extended, things like that, that seamless, great look. Working our way down, we're going to go down on the back area of it there. Beautiful cloth.
Look at that linen.
The linen is gorgeous. As I said, the linen wraps that are around the legs are already on there. That's not something you have to put on, so you don't have to worry about that. We are going to be adding the armor on the front arms of the figure. Take a look at that paint job and all the details that are.
I'm looking at it, man.
That are there.
That is some intricate stuff.
Absolutely amazing. So while we've got it like this, I understand that we don't have one of the heads on there. Terry, I need to put one on her, but let's just kind of go over the articulation first before we do something like that. You'll notice, ladies and gentlemen, that we do have the kind of the stainless steel metal ball underneath, and that is because inside is a complete metal armature. All right. Because it's round like that.
If this was Terminator, we would call it a metal endoskeleton.
Metal endoskeleton, exactly.
But it's not.
But because you have that, we are able to do all kinds of movement there. See when I'm moving the neck around?
Yeah, it's remarkable. TBLeague bodies are first rate, man. The fact that you're able to just hit so many different poses, and you can do a lot of things with these seamless figure bodies because of that metal endoskeleton that you wouldn't ordinarily be able to do with your standard 6-scale figure body because of collisions that occur by just having it being fully sculpted. But this is great so far.
It's really neat. It's something very, very different. It's something very, very different. As I said, read those instructions because just like the human body, this is going to move in the same fashion. So no, I'm not going to be spinning the arm completely around, but we are able to do all kinds of things. All the way up to the side. Check that out. Okay?
Yep.
Boom.
That's very impressive.
All right.
I can barely do that with my arm.
Yeah, I haven't been able to do that in the last 18 months.
Arm test, everybody.
Straight out front. That's right, folks. Join with us and do our little bit of cardio and stretch routine. Unsealed and Revealed is also going to be a fitness show.
Calisthenics.
But, as you can see, we can go front, back, side, elbow, boom. Now, I double bent it, which of course you can do. And the reason I did it, why you don't see it in the camera here, is because I wanted you to see that natural look. Okay? Sometimes that will be a concern. Is it going to look natural? Yeah. And it really, really does.
The answer is yes.
Really, really does.
Man.
I'm going to pull that arm down to about a 90-degree bend to show that, yes, of course, we can turn over. Boom, boom. Wrist pegs are our standard style. Okay, like the head, they are on a ball joint, but they will be able to move freely any way you want. Now, we sometimes talk about a butterfly joint, and that's something that you're going to have here as well, where I'm able to move that whole shoulder area forward or back. What's amazing is you can do things like, I was looking at a lot of Egyptology books and paintings and such with something like that.
Oh,
when you're able to do things like a crossed arm thing and have a very, very realistic, very real look to something like that. This is the kind of thing.
Water slide pose.
Yeah, this is the water slide pose. Now remember, if you do take your figure water sliding with you, remember you're supposed to cross the feet when going down. And yes, you can do that and point those toes. So this is our first pose of the day. This is called the Water World ski. Wait a second.
Nice.
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 Wow.
Well done. Well done, Sam. Thank you.
and we're back to it. All right. I'm going to move the arms out to the side so we can show off torso articulation and how that works. All right. Plenty of bend back. Now, as I said, read those instructions because they're going to tell you when you're manipulating these joints, how to do it, particularly when they talk about here where they're saying, hold one hand in this area while you manipulate the other. But I get full back, forward, to the side. And what's wild is that you almost see the musculature stretching as real muscle.
Dude, you really do, man.
As real muscle would do. Able to turn to the side.
That's borderline creepy in its realism. In that way that I love.
Little known fact, Paul is actually, this section here was based on Paul.
They used it.
Yeah,
they
those
used
four
Paul
abs
for that.
are Paul's right there.
I thought I recognized them.
One ab.
Just the left ab. The left ab is there. But great source of motion. Now, with this particular body, we're now going to work down onto the leg. The skirt is attached. We're not going to be removing that, but we are all going to be able to see all of our range of motion on that.
Ooh.
Okay, I can go straight out. Pow. I can go far back.
Wow.
Knee.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Whoosh. And again, a very natural, I mean, that's not necessarily natural, but a very natural look on the double knee with no joint there. Take a look at that knee. Very, very different that we have. You can turn the leg if need be. And then, like the hands, this particular one, he has very unique feet, are also done on that metallic ball joint.
My feet look like that guy.
Yeah, well, you know, it's pedicure time. It's pedicure time. But speaking of feet,
Anytime
Terry, would you cue it in?
It's time for Foot Watch.
Boom. All right. Nice and slick there. Does have a bit of indentation there in the middle. Okay, but for the most part, a kind of a flat there.
Okay.
Yikes. Got a little claw-like deal there.
Yeah, he does. It's a dew claw.
Yep. It is indeed. All right. So as you can see, you are able to really, really do so many things. We talked about that water slide one, but to be able to do things like that, this is the runway style walk. As you can see, he can totally cross the legs over. Okay. Just another great thing to be able to do. So you're really not limited by anything when it comes to how to pose.
Well, you might be limited by your imagination, Guy.
Well, there you go. Yes, that's not mine's not limitless. So, but
we don't have that problem. We'll be okay.
It's really neat to be able to do all of this and to keep it seamless like that. Look at the. Again, we talked that this is a very muscular, very bulky, godlike deity there, so we do have those veins in his muscles as well. Now, Terry, before I start to dress our character here, our Ra sun god, is there anything else you want me to look at with the body?
No, man. I think you pretty much covered it all. You are, in fact, a professional. So,
a professional.
Little
What
Hunter
we're
Thompson
still
nod there.
trying to decide.
We miss you, Hunter.
All right, I am going to move this off to the side so I can show that I have one of two options because, yes, Terry, we're going to make you choose something already.
Okay,
First
I'm fine with
option, and Michael's going to give us a close-up on this. We're going to hold on the close-up because, as I said, we have two to show you. You have two to look at the detail in that one.
Dude, I'm flabbergasted by this. I mean,
look
come
at the
on.
sculpting and the paint.
It's not even fair how good that is.
This is so realistic. I know it's a bird head type thing like that, but it looks so realistic.
Yeah. Yeah, excellent paint, excellent sculpt. There's nothing about that that's not really
the metal-like work that's done on these is amazing. Little dread action going there, and as you can see, those are pliable. So when I do have this or the other on the figure, these elements here and these elements in the back, when I'm rotating, turning, or adjusting the head, it's not going to be impeded. Okay, that's really not going to hold it back. But it's absolutely beautiful. And you were saying, my goodness, it's jaw-dropping how good this is. It is jaw-dropping. Yes, that's right. It's open mouth, open jawed. There. Look at that. Even did
still doesn't top your earlier joke, Guy, but that's pretty good.
Even does the little tongue out there. Okay, you could have simply gone with a sculpt where it's kind of flat on the lower part of the beak, but nope, right out there.
I just have this image in my head of just him, like, standing atop a pyramid in sort of his sun god robes, with 1,000 women screaming and throwing little pickles at him, and he's got, but he's proclaiming something. He's like proclaiming to all the people out there, and that's pretty cool. Guy, I'm going to go ahead and select for you to show this with. I'm going to have you put the regular closed mouth head on.
Okay.
And while you're doing that, I think that the time has come for us to go ahead and announce our glean contest. It's time for that to begin. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Paul for this. He's got all the info that we need on that. But looks like. Or do you? I got
my sun god.
He's doing his sun god thing. You didn't do the tongue though. That's the only thing that was missing there. There we go. That's
claiming. Hey everyone, we're back. So we of course do have a giveaway. Have we shown the? Ready? I've been prepping this. It's terrible. Yeah. Sam, pull up the hieroglyphic. All right.
You're a contender.
So, go to side.show/WinRa. That's WINRA. Now, again, as with all of Sideshow giveaways, from now until the afterlife, they are U.S. only. That's right, they are U.S. only. You have to be in the United States to win, and specifically for Unsealed and Revealed, you've got to be here in the YouTube chat to win as well. So, go to side.show/WinRa. to have a chance at winning this incredible figure by TBLeague. Seriously, it's so cool. It's so cool.
It's amazing. It's not something that I would have ever considered until seeing it firsthand. So I'm hoping that a lot of people are actually getting their eyes on this for the first time and just appreciating it for what it is. It is legitimately a beautiful, beautiful work of art that would stand on its own, like legitimately, and it's also figuratively in any collection. If you had a collection of Egyptian artifacts or faux Egyptian artifacts or just some Egyptian inspired artwork in your house, this would look really, really great just standing there amongst it. I'm really thrilled by the work that they've done on this.
If I could enter for this one, I absolutely would. I absolutely would.
Okay.
Good news, everyone. Sam cannot enter for this.
I can't.
So
Neither
can't.
You guys have one more opportunity, and this is so the one you guys are seeing is the silver version, but the one you are entering to win for is the gold version, which I think is equally cool. That gold on that sort of like charcoal body color is really sick.
Yeah, it's really quite lovely.
Yes, the one pictured there. So, Terry, I have jumped ahead a little bit and started to partially get the guy ready for us to do
that's
some
a good
posing.
idea.
Now,
Yeah,
it does come with a beautiful cape that is wired all the way down and also along the bottom. We're going to get a close-up here for you to see. Look at that. Look at the interior.
That is a great, great detail.
There's some hieroglyphics.
Uh-huh.
Isn't that wild? And it also has that linen on the outer.
Oh, wow, it does.
Fur. Now, it comes already kind of pre-draped, and what I mean by that is the top part that's going to go over the neck is not two parts that you tie together. It slides right over, and then the armor piece goes over here. You can see the detail on that, and then you choose which head you'll put on there. Now, on the right arm, I've already done the next part of the dressing on here. I've kept the hands off so you can see how they look. That's that ball joint, okay, that we saw up on the neck. This is repeated down on the hands and feet. Slid the armband up and over, slid the gauntlet on. I'm going to now do that on the other side, but then I'm going to put some hands on. So that's going to be our next choice. That's a little accessory bid, and that's something you're going to have to decide, sir. Now,
before I do, I just want to mention that, and this is, I don't think we brought this up, but looking at all the accessories that we get, all the different interchangeable costume components and everything, the lavish detail on the sculpt and that cape, everything that they brought to the table for this figure, that TBLeague has brought to the table for this, you get all that for $179 retail.
For any
That's
figure,
an insane price.
For any figure now to be sub 200 is a big deal. And to get something that has amazing sculpt, jaw-dropping paintwork, we've seen again with all of the accessory style, the design of it. It's just something so different, and this isn't falling into a movie franchise or a particular individual. So you have this amazing ability to kind of really draw from your imagination on there. So next up, let's quickly look at a few of the accessories. Now, the hands that are going to come on the figure that I removed are, are slightly open, kind of a gripping hand. Check out his rings.
I love the three finger, sticking with that whole animal motif. That's beautiful.
We have thank you. We're going to a flat and extended style. Able to see the back of the ring there. A little bit of a gripping style. I love any time that these characters can point. This is Ra hoping that his team is number one.
We might use that finger,
Ra
guy.
going to any sports event. And then
I think I might use that.
We showed kind of the knurled left and a similar but slightly different right version of these. And you are also going to have his very large, very unique,
very ornate
weapon. Take a look again. Phenomenal paintwork all the way through. This is a very, very different. If anyone with Egyptology knowledge happens to know if this is is a real thing or if there's a name for this type of thing. This is the what I said on the side of the box. You're going to have the pictures of his weapon. This is the one that is on there. So without further ado, sir, I need you to choose the hands that I'll put on the figure. First up.
Yeah, sure. I think that we're probably going to go, because for the pose that I have in mind, I'm going to have him, and this just came to me as we were talking about the accessories, but for the pose that I have in mind, I'm going to have him holding the staff in the left hand, and I think for the right hand, you should be using that aforementioned pointing finger.
You get a pointing figure, you really just go, yeah, I got to use this.
Yeah.
I completely agree
because
with
Ra is a pretty big dog in the land of the gods, and I'm just going to have this story. I've just got this story in my head of the gods moving off to war, and he's going to be like basically at the vanguard, leading the charge and directing them, leading from the front, as he's that sort of general.
That guy.
So we'll go ahead and do that.
All right.
Before we do, I just want to ask, did you guys, we just had a big holiday weekend here, and I don't know who celebrates or whatnot, but did you guys get to celebrate Easter at all? Did you get to spend time with their family?
I spent it with family and with my TBLeague figures there, and I was able to reenact some of my favorite lines from films. I have, so let it be written, so let it be done, with the pointy finger. I mean, you get to do really cool stuff with that. Yes, I had a very, very enjoyable day.
That's good to know. You too, Paul. I see you nodding vigorously. You got to,
I had a good time. I was prepping for the show, so I watched The Mummy quite often.
Yeah, it's fantastic research.
That's great. Yeah. That's good to know because that's good to know, everybody, because a man who doesn't spend time with his family can never really be a man.
You're right about that.
Yeah.
That wasn't in The Mummy, I don't think.
So
no, that's in something else.
With that not so subtle segue, I think it's time for us to announce another giveaway that's going to be coming up on April 28th. An upcoming show that we're going to be having on April 28th. We will be featuring the Godfather 6-scale figure from Damn Toys, which is not Damn Toys is not the phrase that my wife always threw at me all the time. It is in fact a marvelous toy company that's really well known for a lot of their military stuff, and they've been doing 6-scale for quite a while. This Godfather figure that we're going to be featuring is a pretty choice piece. April 28th is, in fact, the 50th anniversary. This is in honor of the 50th anniversary of The Godfather. And April 28th will be the day that film starts to play on Paramount Plus. So in honor of that, we'll be doing an extra special show, and we will, in fact, be doing a giveaway for the figure. Paul, do you have the details for that? Do you want to take point on that?
I do.
Yeah.
Sam, remember my awesome hieroglyphics joke? Can we run it back? Well, let's run it back, Sam. There should be a graphic for this. All right. So what you guys have to do, you're going to email social@sideshow.com. The subject line must be Godfather video, and we need all submissions received by April 27th. Now, we need a video submission from you, showcasing you in your best acting, giving us that iconic line that says, Terry, I'm going to let you read it again, please.
I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse. And you've got to do better than I just did.
Good luck. But so
I don't know.
We need a video submission of you. A video submission of you guys saying that exact line. Now you're going to email that to social@sideshow.com. The subject line must be Godfather video, and we need all submissions received by April 27th. That is next Wednesday, because the show is going to be on the 28th. Now, we will have 2 winners, so we will pick 2 of the winners. Now, this isn't random. We are picking our winners. So go all out. Let's see the acting here, folks, because we have a very esteemed panel of judges choosing who's going to win those 2 figures. But again, you've got to be present to win, and you're not going to know if you won until April 28th. So again, social@sideshow.com. The subject line is Godfather video, and we need that by April 27th. End of day, please.
All right.
Boom,
beautiful.
there you go.
Yeah. Expertly done as always, Paul. Thank you so much for that. And with that taken care of, I think it's time to go ahead and
US only, everyone.
Yes, of course.
As mentioned earlier, all Sideshow giveaways in contest, US only.
Okay, cool. So, Guy, you ready to do some posing by
Yes.
proxy, my friend?
Yes, indeed I am. Let's do a little pose by proxy. I have placed this in the hand already. I was just doing that while we were going over the details. Oh, Barry. Hi,
Hey, Barry. Barry Smith,
don't say.
ladies and gentlemen, my 6-month younger brother.
A pizza pie you can't refuse.
Is it a? Okay, so next Thursday is a special show and pizza party.
Barry, have you been eating bees again? I keep telling him not to swallow those things.
Oh my goodness! I love it. You gotta love it. That's going to be a fun show. I've had an opportunity to look at that figure.
Yeah.
They are now shipping. It was one I pre-ordered because I was not going to miss out on that, and they are fantastic. But back to this guy here.
Yeah.
Michael, can we do a close-up right here at the hand? And the reason I want to do that is to let people know that the hands are nice and flexible. Maybe you're not seeing me doing that from that angle, but I'm able to move those fingers and slide that in very easily. Sometimes you'll have, an alternate hand that's very, very stiff, and putting anything in there can be difficult. Not with this one here. So I just slid it in there, and I'm going to be able to manipulate that. So I'm not going to worry about taking it out while you and I decide how we're going to pose it. But why don't we have you stand, put on your bird head, and let's see.
About that.
It did not. Oh, see, I found one of those mascot heads that looked like
It
this,
didn't
and I
make it,
sent
man.
it to you. It didn't arrive yet?
No, it didn't show. I'm sorry.
You can wear it for the Godfather show.
The dog was
That'll make
barking
more
a little
sense.
bit earlier, and I assumed that the dog was barking because UPS arrived with that bird head guy.
with the bird head. All right.
Afraid not. I do, however,
Let's see what we're doing. Oh, there we go.
have my ever-present Gandalf staff, which will substitute for Ra's badass staff. And I got to make sure I don't bonk my chandelier here again. Okay, so this is going to be very, very basic, and you have to imagine me with a cape because I didn't drag the cape out today, but that's just as well. So I'm just going to have, let's see, staff on the ground like this,
Staff
and
on
finger just up and pointing. So
Staff on ground, leg to the side.
Yeah.
Okay. Terry, what I'm doing is getting your bend in the chest, your turn of the head. Extend the arm out.
I'm just going to bring this back so you can see how I've got the staff.
Okay. Now, this is very cool because what you're doing there, having your head turned, this is going to show off what I said with the pieces that are in the front and in the back of that head sculpt, that they are soft and move over. It floats right over that shoulder for me to be able to do that. So real quick, take a look at the head and angle of the arm here, and then we'll get the waist, and then we're going to bring on some guest stars. But yeah, see what I was talking about? That you're able to, that moved right over, right up and over. Whoop.
Yeah.
Put that back on.
Oh, that comes off? That's great. Mm-hmm. That's a nice touch. I'm going to plug my headphones back in. I think you've kind of got this. I don't think I need to get back up and...
Right. Boom on the floor. I'm gonna.
It's pretty, like I said, it's pretty straightforward, but that's fine. We've got we have other figures to show today as well, so
yeah, we do.
Gonna keep that one simple. Oh, the cape is just looking great.
Isn't that beautiful?
Is it a cape or a cloak? I think it's a cape, right?
It is a cape because it does go completely around the neck. Does go completely around the neck.
And cloaks have hoods.
Yep. There is a little peg there. I'm gonna peg that back in.
I love the look of this thing, and yeah, I'm seeing Sam just shouted out in the chat a quote. My temple goes there where I am pointing.
Yeah. No. I want the ottoman over there.
God, that's a flashback and everything.
Well, that's when he was building the Ottoman Empire.
Yeah. Oh God, no, you didn't. Oh man,
I'm sorry.
You are in rare form today, Guy. I'm so
Sorry
impressed.
about that. I did want to show, Terry, a reason that I actually did that with the sun piece is, yes, there is a little pin and it goes in there. So don't be worried if that pops off. In fact, when you take it out of the packaging, there is foam
Right.
over top of this area. If when you lift that foam out, you saw that, oh no, it's supposed to do that. So there it is back on there. Again, it's your choice. I'm obviously going to leave that on. I like that hint of color, but this one here being the silver does only have those hints of color. I do have a whole section of 6th that's now my black and white collection that we've talked about. Hey Barry.
Oh, bitchin'. Barry's rejoining us. Oh look! Oh man, the swelling went down nicely, Barry.
Yeah, I brought you this for my jazz dance class.
Oh, yes. I'm going to go jazzercise now.
Guy, I was reading the instructions.
Yes.
I'm confused. It's not designed.
Oh my God.
No, it is not designed for that. It is very fleshy and very realistic. As we said, make sure to read all of your instructions thoroughly. No, actually, there's some fun stuff that
Thanks,
it's
Barry.
always neat to read the instructions. One of my favorites, when it was talking about how you can pose it, how you can move it, there are ones that, where's the one that says, there are a few of them that'll say, please, and do this, please, yes. The arms can be made to open sideways. When doing that, first use one hand to keep the upper part of the body in place, please. So they're very nice.
Wow, they're very polite at TBLeague.
It's a great thing.
These instructions right here.
TBLeague bodies are popular around the world. You're absolutely correct, Barry. You're absolutely correct. That is exactly what it says. But yes, and Barry is actually correct that please do read the instructions. Care, maintenance, how you're going to do it. I'm sure that the question would pop up with a seamless body this like this. How long do we think they can last? Would you leave it in a big dynamic pose? Things like that. Again, avoid extreme temperature changes.
If I might make a suggestion, go ahead and slide. Let's go ahead and let's slide that band back up. There, it's hanging a little bit loose, but
well, that's the beauty of something like this is that because it has that soft, fleshy skin, I can move it.
Guy, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to our viewer on YouTube, RDA. I guess all viewers are on YouTube now, so I can just throw that caveat right out the window. RDA says, "This is my first show. I just started collecting from Sideshow. Welcome aboard. Welcome to the rabbit hole. If you want to look around at what's going on around me, this is exactly what happens when you start going down that rabbit hole. It's good to have you aboard, RDA. Welcome. You're gonna have a great time.
We do this every week.
There we go. This is and yes, my whole house looks like that. So yeah, welcome. If anybody else out there, if this is your first show, please give a shout out to Paul in the chats, and he'll let me know, and we'll drop your name and announce you to everybody else in the know. By the way,
warm and fuzzy now.
Oh, good. Okay, my goal is to make all people feel warm and fuzzy. Got a freaking cable. It's like I've got a cable coming out of my ear.
That's why I've been plugged in.
Sweater, just like your hair. You look great. You're the talent. Get any more.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, you're up here.
Okay. So our pose is looking good here. That's looking strong.
What I liked about it, Terry, I did one little turn, and that I kind of leaned his body to the side. Again, I love being able to show off the way that torso has a very natural, lifelike look to it.
I am a big fan of that torso twist, as you know, and the fact that we can do that with figures like these and still maintain the integrity of the entire abdomen from neck to pelvis is really a really welcome feature. I was just trying to see how many times I could fit the word "really" into that sentence, and I think I did a pretty good job.
You did.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you. I've impressed Sam. My day is done.
Have you ever seen Roz, the girl he's dating?
Oh,
yeah.
No, I've never seen that person.
Barry posed this up for us.
Neither has Ra, for that matter.
I didn't know they
Barry
were
has posed that up for us.
Okay, good job, Barry. Yeah. Wow, I love that. There is a name for that particular style of weapon, and it's completely escaping my mind. Sam, you got it? Oh, with that.
Not a bow staff.
Yeah, with that. No, but with that blade at the bottom that just ridiculously.
We've got to figure out what that is. Hopefully somebody in the chats, maybe even one of the first timers.
But this is the month 6-scale figure from TBLeague. It's a companion piece to Ra, obviously. It is a female incarnation of the deity Montu, who I mean, I'm really liking what they've done here. They've taken some liberties, and it's really translating really well. It features that female TBLeague body in a really strong. Yeah, look at that outfit, head to toe. Now, is that fully dressed? Is that everything that the month comes with?
On Ra or on her?
On her.
On her. Just like we saw with Ra, the packaging is going to be the same style in which you're going to have the cape. Now, this particular cape is a little different than the one on Ra. The one on Ra, as I said, has a stitched hole that it slides over the neck post. This actually ties on. Hers.
Oh, that's neat.
Hers ties on, still done in that linen, more of a grayscale tone to it. Hints of gold. Now, if you look at the product page, particularly on her figure, and you're going to see all of the pieces laid out. It's going to show this piece right here, that cloth piece, loose. However, in the packaging, it's already going to be attached, so that's not something you have to do. You will attach this crown-like element to it. You are also going to attach, like we did with Ra, these elements here. These will also be attached. But yeah.
And looking at this again, Guy, I feel compelled now that we've brought out another figure. I just want to point out to everybody watching that all these accessories and all this magnificent detail that TBLeague has brought into these figures is all available at a ridiculous price point, that being $179 for what you're seeing right here. You get this fantastic unparalleled seamless figure body that is capable of achieving poses that you wouldn't normally be able to get with your standard 6-scale figure bodies. You get this this ridiculously detailed costume elements, the weapons, the paint, everything. I have a hard time not calling these figures perfect 10s across the board based on what I'm seeing here. And you're getting that for legitimately the lowest price that I'm aware of a 6-scale figure that I've looked at in recent memory.
Crazy, right? Crazy.
Yeah, remarkable.
And this telling you, act now. Anytime we can do the pointing figure. This is the Ramses figure. This one comes in a couple of different color schemes as well. This one here is the white color scheme. He also comes in one called the blue and another in black. I'm going to turn the light off there just so you can see how the color pops in that. With this one here, you dress him all up. There are tiny little clasps to put the leather armature over like that. And here's the best part. Amazing hair sculpt. Absolutely amazing hair sculpt.
Hello, Yul Brynner. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. When you said, what did you do over the Easter weekend? It was, I played around with this particular one. This is one that we made sure to order. And that seemed to be the day to do it. As I said, however, now this kind of has, with that white, is a very regal look. Giving the orders, the kind of on a throne. He does come in 3 colors, as I said. The other thing that you don't see that I don't have on here with posed with this one here is that he does come with a display stand, with a dynamic stand. And what I've done with that one, boom, is a dynamic stand, and then he has that base. This is the one that's done in the blue. What I dig on this one here, these are the 2 that we picked up and had at home to learn what we could about all the TBLeague stuff. Was this we said was regal, and we said the blue was into battle. Another historical film I like to watch, Troy, and I love the jumpy stabby thing that he did in that. So
my head went right to Achilles when I saw that. I was just like, that's the Achilles pose.
For those of you who've ever seen the jumpy stabby from that film, yes, you too can do the jumpy stabby.
That's why no one will remember your name.
It's the greatest personification of the critical hit role that I've ever seen on cinema, in cinema. I think.
But they're absolutely amazing figures. As you mentioned, I don't think we said it enough, is to get something this good for that price point, to be able to do what you can with it, and to really create kind of your own story. If you're a fan of history, Egyptology, any of it, there's just a lot going on. With
I got to
this line
say
of
that
figures.
I've got a quote here from Matt Sarley guy. He says, "I have the gold Ra, Horus, and Anubis." So wow,
All right,
dude, you are a legend. Seriously.
Hopefully, enter to get that Ra figure, because you want to make sure you have that one too.
Well, I want to go ahead and turn it over to Paul now, because we do have I'm guessing that we probably have a winner for the wing contest. Yes,
We sure do. So, thank you so much for everyone that entered again at side.show/win raw. The giveaway is now closed, and we have a winner. Speaking of Matt Sarley, congratulations to Matt Sarley, the one you just read the comment from.
Yes,
Terry.
That's
was
awesome.
the winner. So he's already.
That's awesome.
I believe so. We gave away the gold raw. So that looks super awesome, Guy. It looks great. He has the gold raw already, which is the one that we were giving away. So just email in social@sideshow.com. Let us know what you won, where you won, an address and phone number, and we'll send you out the silver version of that, because he already has the gold. So
nice.
I think we have one of the silvers. So congratulations. We'll send you the silver one, so you've got
Not
the
this
whole
one. This
line
one's
complete.
mine.
Yeah,
That's pretty awesome.
that belongs. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Since he already has this figure, ask him if he'd rather have this one.
Month?
To go with it.
Yeah. Well, he can hear you. So
Yeah.
Come over the show.
Come on.
Matt Sarley, let us know. Would you rather the
I think
silver
this-
deity there? Let us know.
I think this is a first in Unsealed and Revealed history, where we've actually been able to, in a position where we can allow the winner to have a choice of figure. So please sound off there, and Matt, and we'll be sure to get you your winning figure. Congratulations. We did not start our Guess the Reveal contest.
Oh,
Do it now.
Yeah.
I guess we could do that now.
We've got a few minutes. We've got a few minutes left. So everybody,
Terry, we've been
everybody
excited
go ahead
about
and start
talking about these.
Everybody go ahead and start pounding out your guesses on your keyboards. Do it really fast, because we've got a show coming up next week. As you know, we do this show every Tuesday, except for the days that we don't, and which are very few and very far between. But every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, we will unseal and reveal another figure. And if you would just be so kind as to go ahead and guess what you think that figure is going to be for next week. The first person to guess it will actually receive a copy of Figure Fantasy, a book by Daniel Picard, who is a Canadian photographer who's done some remarkable work photographing 6-scale figures and then compositing them into real world environments. He actually came to Sideshow HQ once, and they let him have the run of the place. He just had a ton of figures that they let him use, and he was photographing these figures all over. I mean, I'm talking about every place from the warehouse to the men's room. It was a delightful series that he did. And that's a lot of that was a lot of fun that was had by him. But this book is fantastic. Whoever properly guesses next week's figure will receive a copy of this book.
Mm-hmm.
Also available to US.
US only.
Yeah, US only. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, let Terry be the bad guy for once.
I'm comfortable with that. I have a staff.
Yeah, that's true.
Not a staff
That's us
infection.
you're talking about, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
Guys playing.
You know what?
Nice.
Yes, you guys are doing that, and I was doing a little bit of playing. I wanted to show just how deep and you can get these to bend.
Mm-hmm.
Working a little with the Ramses figure. Also, I wanted to show off that his sandals have a tread. That's right. It's 2 treads.
Should we do it?
Boom.
Tread watch. Nailed it,
Samo.
Sam.
What I really wanted to do, Terry, while you guys were going over that, was really to show kind of that wild range that you're able to do with this. This is, here I'm going to crunch the top, crunch the knees, because, the head to the side here, the head down. The way in which you're able to manipulate them is really pretty darn incredible.
Yep.
Wow.
That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm doing it backward and this, that, and the other, but yeah, Yeah, you can.
It looks really, really good, and I'm getting a lot of Yul Brynner vibes. Did you ever see Exodus, the one with where Joel Edgerton played Ramses?
I did.
Man, he was dark. He was just so good in that role. Yeah, Joel Edgerton will be featured in the upcoming Obi-Wan Kenobi TV show on over on Disney Plus. I'm really
I'm still
anxiously
partial
looking forward
to
that. That is
Ralph
mad
Fiennes' performance of King Ramses from The Prince of Egypt.
Oh, I never saw that.
Yeah.
Ray
Oh, the
Fiennes?
very first DreamWorks animated
Really?
film. Absolutely spectacular. Do not miss that one.
Oh, okay.
That's a
No.
great one.
I love that movie.
Okay, that's good. That's good to know. I actually wasn't aware of its existence, so thank you for that. I'll have some more Egyptian goodness in my life coming up soon. I think that we're still struggling to come up with a winner for the Guess the Reveal contest. Paul, do you want to give him a clue?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
This character has arguably, I think, one of like the most recognizable theme songs.
Airwolf?
So-
Wait, they
Airwolf,
did a
for those
Knight
who
Rider
don't know,
action
inside
figure?
joke. Airwolf is the theme. The theme song from Airwolf is Guy Klender's ringtone on my phone when he calls me him. He's announced by the theme song for the TV show Airwolf.
And just in case I'm wrong,
I
this
Paul.
character shares a name with a very, very, very popular superhero.
No. Are we actually okay? I believe I
Guy
guessed.
Klender?
This is one I'm crazy geeked about. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. If you guys don't know this, I know this. All I'm going to say is, oh.
Okay, well, let's just go ahead and give Guy the book and
Yes.
done. Done.
No. Hopefully, how are they doing on this?
Not well.
So
Not well.
I would say, if I'm correct, boy, I hope to gosh I'm correct and not telling you people are wrong. This figure saved every one of us.
Ooh. You mean the character? You mean the figure itself, or the character that the figure portrays?
Saved every one of us.
Wow.
We talked about his theme song.
Oh, I get it.
Pow! Ladies and
have a winner.
gentlemen,
We have a
those
winner,
of us
ladies and
here in the
gentlemen.
room have figured this out.
So
Hit me, Paul.
we have a winner, but I want to set a precedent though. Our winner technically is international, so they can't win the book, but I would like everyone to know that Mustafa Shamil won and said the right answer, but the right answer within the domestic United States is Matt Schwartz, who I think has this book a couple of times. So
Again?
but I want it to be known that Mustafa is the actual winner. So, but
Attaboy, Mustafa.
you're international, my friend. So, Guy, without further ado, show everyone the correct answer, please.
Flash!
Oh!
And you know what?
Can we
we
get some more light on
we
that?
couldn't do this. We're going to do this 2 weeks in a row. 2 weeks in a row. We have Ramses over here we showed. Beautiful bald man. We couldn't have Flash without another beautiful bald man. May the Merciless.
So much baldness.
I could, who knows, folks, tune in next week. I could be doing some unique beard shave and really letting this goatee go out.
I have to announce to my shame that as arguably
Don't
the
do it.
biggest Queen fan on the show, that I'm ridiculously embarrassed
say
that
you
I
haven't
wasn't
seen
able
this.
to pick up on Paul's
And
yeah.
because I want to let you know that our Unsealed Team 6 family, which is what, if it's your first show,
Yes.
you are now in the Unsealed Team 6 family. That's what all of you are. They are so kind. Matt Schwartz has won before, so he's decided to give this gift over to he's a first time here, to Ricardo Cruz. It's his first show.
Sweet.
Oh,
Welcome
wow.
aboard, Ricardo.
Cruz.
That's awesome.
Courtesy of Matt Schwartz. Ricardo Cruz also guessed it right. It was just, there's a lot of comments. But
Yeah.
Ricardo Cruz, congratulations. Welcome to Unsealed Team 6 and Unsealed and Revealed. We do this every Tuesday. So Ricardo, email social@sideshow.com. Let us know what you won, which is the Figure Fantasy book. Sam, can you bring it up real quick just so Ricardo can see it? There you go.
Boom.
That's what you won, my friend. Seriously, it's a really cool book, really good coffee table book. You can just flip through it and never get bored. Email social@sideshow.com. Let us know what you won, which is this book, where you won it, Unsealed and Revealed, your address and your phone number, and we'll take care of you. All right.
Okay.
Wow.
And with that, speaking of contests, I mean, this is such a contest-heavy episode of Unsealed and Revealed.
Right.
But I feel it's important that we go ahead and drop for people who may have like dropped in at the very end or who may have had to walk out for whatever reason in the midst of it before. But we are in fact giving away a Godfather figure from two Godfather figures, right? From Damn Toys. Are there going to be two winners?
Yeah,
for this?
we're going to show off two versions of this figure.
Yeah, and obviously we talked about it earlier, but we're calling upon our viewers to show off their acting talents by recording themselves performing that classic line, "I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse," and emailing it to social@sideshow.com with the subject line "Godfather Video." You have until April 27th to send your submissions. As I understand it, there will be a highly select panel of judges who will be determining which two people. And by the way, yeah, just to be clear, this is video. We don't want you recording audio. We need to actually see your face actually performing. So make sure that it's video and not audio only. We need to be able to see you in order to properly judge your acting talents. We already saw my brother Barry perform as Marlon Brando, as the Godfather. It looked exactly like he just swallowed a bee, and sounded kind of like he swallowed a bee as well. We also heard me perform that line terribly. I do not do a good Marlon Brando impression. I'll be the first one to admit it. So get your videos together. Show us your acting chops and send that to the aforementioned email address, and we'll reveal the winner on April 28th, which is the 50th anniversary of The Godfather and the day that it starts to air on the network Paramount Plus.
Yep. And winner videos will be shown live on the 28th. So make sure that you all are also agreeing to that as well. We might even pick a few runner-ups, everyone. We'll show some of those.
I can't wait.
Hey Terry, something that I had people do in the chats was, I said, if we get up to over 70 likes, I'll tell everyone a really terrible Egypt dad joke.
Did we
got
get
over 70 likes? So
oh my God!
And
all right,
we can end the show strong.
Thank goodness.
All right, everyone.
All right. So tell your joke, and then we're done. Yeah.
What do you call an Egyptian doctor?
I don't know. What do you call an Egyptian doctor?
A chiropractor. All right, everyone.
I appreciate you, man.
I'm walking
Mr.
out.
Smith,
Thanks. Thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in with us in the middle of the day on a Tuesday. We know your time is valuable, and you could have been doing a whole number of things, and you chose to be with us, and we're greatly appreciative of that. Be sure to tune in next Tuesday at the same time. That's 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, where we will be unsealing and revealing both the Flash Gordon and the Ming the Merciless 6-scale figures from Big Chief Studio. Really looking forward to that. I think those figures have looked great. So I'm kind of really excited to see what we can do with that. I need to start putting my costume elements together for that. And again, welcome to all of our new viewers, and really hope to see you back here next week and in all subsequent shows. Thanks to the team that I work with here today. Paul, for holding everything together. You had a lot going on, and I know that you performed admirably in that regard. Guy, you're awesome as always, and your dad jokes are, as always, unparalleled. Super producer Sam, producer Alan, and producer Michael back there in the Sideshow studios, thank you so much for everything you do. And again, thanks to everybody for watching, and until next time, don't forget to let your geek side show.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Go.